was a cute girl that worked at that store. So
all right, you need to chill, homie. She was not nice either. Holy cow.
She was nice to me.
But well, yeah, probably because you had like goo eyes for her. So she was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
You seem like the type of person she'd date too.
So you're saying there's a chance? You're saying there's a chance?
Honey, where are my pants?
Studs! Hello and welcome to the Where Are My Studs podcast. The podcast where we still haven't found our studs after like 17 episodes. So that sucks. But I am Brendan. Hello, everyone.
And I'm a very sleepy boy. Very sleepy.
Not even an early recording. Why are you sleepy?
Yeah, that's true. This is like 6 p.m. But doesn't change that fact. But I'm Aidan also. I also go by that. So we can also, but also sleepy.
Solo episode today. No guest. Classic return to form. Just classic Aidan and Brendan adventure. But yeah.
What does that even mean?
It's a classic Aidan and Brendan adventure. That's what it is. Today we're just going to be talking about all sorts of nonsense. $1,000 Death Star maybe. The trip that I took out to Colorado, which was, I can say that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Which was a lot of fun. And no crazy topic today. We're just going to see what unfolds. Aidan, how have you been?
Sleepy.
Well, thank you for listening to the Where.
I've been working a lot since you left, so that's actually probably why the sleepiness has hit, because I work at a breakfast place and my manager just quit, and over the next week 5 out of 6 of us are quitting. So there's going to be one person left at the Einstein bagel shop that I work at.
They're screwed.
So work is a little crazy right now whenever I go in. So today kind of took it out of me, but we're doing good, you know.
Yeah.
Sad that you and Ben aren't here anymore. Still.
Yeah. It was
So we could talk about that some.
Yeah, former guest. The worst quality episode. Good episode, but bad quality episode. Benji Bricks came out with me. Me and him visited Aidan out in Colorado for a few days. It was a lot of fun. We skipped Brick Fair, which I don't know if we've talked about, but me and Aidan did not attend Brick Fair, even though we made an entire episode of why we love it last year.
That's actually really funny and ironic. And apparently this Brick Fair was better than the one last year, so we skipped the wrong one.
Yeah, I mean, we have our reasons. My main reason personally was I've done conventions for 4 years straight, and it's a lot of money to go out. And honestly, I just wasn't excited, and I felt like if I skipped this convention, I would be excited for the next one. So, and it worked. So that was my personal reason.
Yeah, the last Brick Fair that I hadn't been to was Brick Fair 2018, and I was 14 during when that convention would have been. So like it wasn't even like logistically gonna happen.
Yeah.
And now I'm 21, so that's how long ago that was. Holy cow, 2018 was freaking 6 years ago.
Yeah, it's just a thing. Like, I used to be like, oh, I'd never skip a convention, but I'm happy I did. I'm really, really happy I did. And plus, I got to go to Colorado, which was a really cool experience, really unique. Had a lot of fun out there. I bought some Lego sets. Aidan bought some sets. Benjamin bought some sets. Wait, no, I don't. Oh, yeah, he did too. It was a good time all around. But I don't know what like Lego wise has happened to you recently.
I just been working on my Bricklink store a lot recently.
Have we talked about that you opened up one?
I don't know if we have, but I opened a Bricklink store 2 months ago. It's actually going very well. Like done a lot more sales than I thought I would have. Getting close to 4 figures now, which I was not expecting. Like not just like minifigures in my shop, but like sales. Anyway,
you have 4 whole minifigures on your shop?
I know, dude. Sales are popping off right now. But I've been working on that a lot because the other day, so we have some friends who do Bricklink. Caleb's one that I talk to a lot. Blackwell Bricks is his username, and they like told me to do certain things. I was like, nah, this is be like a small thing I'm gonna do over the summer, so I'm fine. So I like sorted my pieces just like in Ziploc bags by color, and there was a $15 order that took me 2 hours to pick the other day. I was like, all right, I'm not doing this anymore. So I like labeled a ton of small like drawers that people use for like uh nails, like for like real building and stuff, and I've labeled them, and I'm like reorganizing my entire store so I can pick stuff way easier. So that's been like my big Lego thing the last week.
That's cool. I don't know. I haven't. Do I have any big Lego thing in the past week? I got the 2006
You've
Star
bought 3
Destroyer.
Lego sets in the
Oh,
past like 2 weeks. What?
so
No, 4. You've bought 4 Lego sets. What are you talking about?
so I've everyone knows me as the big like 2007 to 2009 Lego guy, and I still am. However, I've expanded my horizons a little bit because while at Aiden's house, Aidan and Benjamin just nonstop to play Complete Saga. And it's been a while since I really saw anyone play it, but I was just watching them play it a lot, and it just totally just made me go, "Oh man, there's something about the like 2002 to like 2005 sets or 2006 sets that just like go so hard." And I think a lot of it is attributed to the game. So I ended up while out there buying the 2006 Lego Star Destroyer, sealed, and I also got a sealed 2006 X-wing, which
Go
both
set.
sets, yeah, both sets, incredible, incredible. And then after I got home, I ended up buying the 2004 Millennium Falcon on eBay. So I'm in my Lego Star Wars Complete Saga phase, to say the least.
What's funny is it also, so Micah, my brother, he like would hang out with us sometimes, and he watched me and Ben play it like a little bit, and he also went out and bought some retro sets. So he just bought the old Jabba's Palace off eBay. That
Hmm.
should be getting here in like 2 days. I'm excited to see that set built. And then he just got 2 days ago. He got the General Grievous wheel bike set from 2005 on Marketplace for like $105, I think. So my house has started popping off with some of those sets too. Cause and also like the one retro set I bought when you guys were out here was the TIE Fighter with the light up Darth Vader from 2005.
That was a cool
And
set.
I actually finally built my Anakin's Starfighter from 2005. So like all those sets are on a shelf next to each other right now, and I enjoy looking at that shelf right now a lot because that's just like the phase I'm in when it comes to my Lego collecting. Because me, you, and Ben kind of talked about this in a group chat the other day because I bailed on a Ninjago deal that I got on Marketplace. It was like $80 for the Ice Dragon attack and the Spinjitzu Dojo, and those are really good prices for those sets. And they're sets I really want, but it's just not what I'm like into at the moment. Like I don't know. It's for me when I'm like buying Lego, like and I find like a decent deal on the set I want, but it's not my phase I'm into. I don't know. It's just a little harder for me to like pull the trigger on it. Like, is that something you have?
Um, sort of, I guess. I think I take longer. I have longer phases, I guess, is the best way to say it.
Yeah, I'd
Um,
agree with that.
like, I mean, I had an Indiana Jones phase for 3 years. And that only ended because I got all of them. But
Yeah,
I do and I don't. I mean, here's the thing. Like, right now, I'm buying a bunch of Star Wars sets instead of SpongeBob sets, when realistically, most of the money I'm spending on Star Wars could be going into SpongeBob and getting a video out a lot sooner. But just because I'm just not there right now, I'd much rather have this classic Lego Star Wars sets. So I have it. It's just to a lesser extent than you do. You'll legit switch like every 2 weeks, which is fine. But it's just I would say I switch every few months.
I
And it's
look, you
not.
kind of hate it. Like it
I don't
sucks.
envy
I
it.
wish I had it the way that you had it.
You're like me when I was 10. I used to be like that as a kid. I used to be like, I like Star Wars. I like this. I like this. And it was just different Lego themes is eventually what it turned into. But I don't have any distaste for the sets that I have. I'll still look at my indie sets and go, wow, that's the greatest thing ever. I'll look at the Batman sets and feel the same way. Um, I just have more interest in a certain theme at that moment to collect, I guess. But I kind of want to. I know we've touched on it, but like me and you and Benjamin are like so like we really just buy the stuff that makes us happy. And like the modern stuff that pisses off everyone so often, like it definitely irks us, but it's not even close. And I think that's just because we don't even really collect the new stuff that much. If there's a new set that we really like, I will buy it. Like I just got the Spider-Man train set. But I think more of the Lego community could do better with just making themselves happy and buying the stuff they like and just I don't you understand like I think just kind of taking a step back. Does that make sense? I don't know. Maybe I don't know what I'm saying here.
I think you kind of had it and then you lost it halfway through. But I think I kind of get the gist of what you're saying.
I get why
But
people get mad. I understand it, and I think
yeah,
people have logic and fair reasoning, but I just don't think it's good to just be in that toxic. It's almost like a toxic relationship at this point that some
yeah.
people have with it. That I'm like, man, that's just not. I just don't think that's healthy. It's just like always being angry all the time. And I get it because Lego kind of sucks, but
We also collect stuff that came out like 10 to 20 years ago. It's pretty hard to get mad at something that happened that long ago. And there's like the charm to it and the nostalgia. So I think we have different factors in our type of collecting versus people who like a more modern Lego collection.
yeah,
So I don't know. I think it is different. And I do think we don't get the outrage as much. Like, honestly, I don't really care that the turbo tank is $160. Like, yeah, it's kind of ridiculous, and I don't think it should be. And, like, but I'm just, like, not even mad. I'm just, like, I'm just not going to buy it. Like, that's just, like, how I am. Um, it's been a pretty rough year for Lego Star Wars, honestly. Like,
it's been an
especially
awful
looking
year.
at it.
Dude, did you hear about the new leaks that there's gonna be like an X-wing that's $100 and it's like 500 pieces?
Well, you know why it's going to be $100, right?
I don't care. I know it's because the light like crazy brick, but that's terrible and stupid.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about that. Like, I don't
Um,
like that they're like. I think they're gonna try to work it into too many sets that don't really need it.
listen. Here's the deal. It's probably gonna be like a 1 year thing, kind of like how the light up figures are, and I think that's kind of fun, like these unique little aspects to Lego. However, the issue is they're gonna. I just thought of something. Did the light up figures increase the prices of the Lego Star Wars sets crazy than what they normally would have been in 2005?
What do you mean? Well, we can look at if they charged more for the turbo tank or not.
Because like
With
you
Mace
know for a
Windu.
fact, if there was a light up figure now, the set would cost triple the amount it probably should. Because
Well, if it's set as a General Grievous, it's triple the amount. So, like,
so
yeah, it definitely would.
it's just, but like in 2005, did that same thing happen? That's just something I just thought. I've never thought about that.
I'm looking it up right now.
But anyways, I think I think lighting inside of Lego sets is cool. Like the like one-off light bricks are good, but I don't think Lego should be like I personally don't love the technology mixing in with Lego. Like Lego I am agreeing with you. It's kind of like a break from technology. It's this thing. You don't need batteries or anything with it. And again,
Well,
the additional light brick is cool, but I don't know.
lights are one entirely different thing. Because there's been light bricks and sets for years, especially like Winter Village sets. Barry Door, I mean, heck, the Indiana Jones diorama had a light brick in it. Like, I really do not care if you want to put lights in a Lego set. Like, I actually think it's cool and it enhances it. I'm pretty sure this brick is gonna have sounds in it though.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's one of the big things, and that's something that just feels a little gimmicky, and it's not like cool to me necessarily.
I'm open to it.
Yeah.
Like I think it could like I can't lie, like if you fly around the X-wing and it makes an X-wing noise, that's kind of cool. But like also, I just don't think it's needed. Especially if
Well,
it's going
when
to
it's bumping it up to $100,
Yeah.
that's the biggest problem.
I
Because
that's
like you can right now on shelves you can get the X-wing and TIE Fighter for $100 total, like the 2-in-1 pack they have for that. And now we're charging $100 for a single X-wing.
Yep.
Like, honestly, like I don't know how anybody's buying these sets to day one. Like, I just don't get how you could look at it and justify that. And I know it's like ironic considering that we pay a little more for like small old retired sets, but like I don't know.
Well, we should
The
talk
the
about the fact that I just got the Millennium Falcon from Mode 4, and I got it for less
hmm
than what a current Falcon cost.
Well, that's because we're willing to buy stuff not sealed too. Like some people when they
That's
buy
true.
old only want to buy sealed, and I'm like I'm willing to deal with the inconvenience of like maybe having to replace a part or two. That doesn't bother me. But yeah, you got the Falcon before shipping, 120, right?
Yeah, it's 150 in total with everything.
With shipping and tax.
Hmm.
And the Rise of Skywalker Falcon that came out in 2019, I think was 160 or 170. It's one of those two. And it would be even more now. Like if a Playscale Falcon came out in the same size, I bet you it would be
When
200.
when does the Falcon's getting downsized soon? It's going to happen 1,000%
Well, actually, yeah,
because
there is the Dark Falcon. How much is that?
I think it's what is
Is
it
it
one?
180?
It's a one. It might be 160.
I swore it was higher than 160. Yeah,
Uh,
it is. It is $180.
yeah,
Like I don't think
that's
a $200 Falcon is that far away.
no. I think they're gonna downsize it. The Falcon's gonna be like the X-wing and Tie Fighter. They're gonna want it to be more accessible. I don't know how you downsize the Falcon, to be honest. Like, it's it's just a set I can't even fathom being smaller, but they will do it. Again, I mean, I think we
That'd be
touched on this.
really interesting.
We've touched on the podcast about this before, but shrinkflation is a temporary solution to a long-term problem, and Lego at some point is going to get bit in the ass about it. And something that I get mad about because I hate shrinking Lego sets. I hate it to death because they use more pieces. Yeah, for a more detailed build, but like I don't know. Me personally, I just like I don't care. It's a freaking Lego set. Like it can look kind of basic sometimes. Um, I just get mad about
I don't
that.
know how I feel about sets being like mock quality now. Like I felt like it was nice to have that distinction and difference. And yeah, like the Dagobah diorama, I freaking love that set now because like that's a mock quality set. Like that is a mock you'd see at a Lego convention. But I also just feel like it's kind of getting away from like the core of Lego sometimes too much. Like the whole like rebuilding aspect to it. And like I just feel like it's not as easy to build a Lego set as it used to be. Is also another thing. Like I watch people in my life who like aren't super hardcore into Lego like us, whether that be family members or just like friends or friends' kids, and like they're building and like it just is like so many tiny pieces and like complicated steps, and I'm like, this is like it's a different type, like it's a more challenging build than like they used to be like 10, 15 years ago, I'd say. Like if you look at those like early Clone Wars sets versus some of the new sets that are coming out, like it's a lot more complicated techniques, and there is something that's cool to that. But I do feel like I don't know, like my mom hypes up 4+ sets, and I kind of get what she's coming at from them. Like I do think they look goofy sometimes, well most of the time, but it does feel more like what a Lego set, like the Lego that we were introduced to back then, and it's always evolving and changing. Like heck, there wasn't minifigures until the 70s, the late 70s. So it is good that it changes and progresses. I just don't know how I feel about the uber detailed small pieces anymore.
Well, and then with the small pieces makes the prices go up, but the size go down, and that's like my real issue is if the size is down, price go down, but obviously that's not the case, and I think that's the thing that kills me. And I know some people don't mind the sets getting smaller, and some sets I don't mind. Like I don't think the X-wing looks bad at all right now at the size it's at. It looks fine. But like
Well,
the
the
top,
2021 one you're talking about, because the new one is bigger than that one.
I did mean the 2021 one. I thought that was it was a good looking set. I didn't have an issue with it, but and not all sets are subject to this, but it's just like kind of a common thing you're seeing more and more is just sets are getting smaller, they're getting more expensive. Um, and I at least find it annoying just because I'm like, all right, I at least when I hold that set in my hand, I'm like, I'm not feeling the value like I should be. But this is old man yells at sky. We've done it a million times.
Well, and I think it's why I think a lot of people are justified in their complaints, even if I don't agree with them or want them necessarily. like I guess we could transition into talking about the new Death Star that leaked, because a lot of people are like mad that a lot of dual molded legs are not in that set. And honestly, I could care less. I don't really care about dual molded legs. Like, yeah, it looks cooler when I use them on mocks for Imperial soldiers, but like in a Lego set, I don't really need it that bad. But when you're paying $1,000 and like you're charging it as it's a premium product, that's also the thing. Is like now Lego's really diving deep into that premium product area and like claim, but they're really not living up to it. Like you can't charge these prices and say, oh, but it's a premium product. If you're delivering on it pretty consistently, and like there's no qualms with sets, and you're actually fully listening to, because you can't call it a premium product and put 18 plus labels on sets and then say, oh, but it's made for kids. Like that's just, it doesn't work with the direction that Legos chose to go. They absolutely have to be delivering on it, because that's what the camp that they've put themselves in, and they're just not.
They like to use whatever buzzword fits the narrative at the time. They like to go, oh, it's a toy made for kids. Of course we're gonna put X minifigure in X small set. Oh, it's a premium product. Of course we're going to charge $650 for this, and the figures don't really matter. It's just a display model. They're so dang inconsistent. It's really it's really annoying. Of course the easy target to talk about is Lego Star Wars, but I kind of think it's across the board.
I think licensing is where you see it a lot, because Marvel fans for years have been buying sets just for the figs. Like those sets are nothing crazy, and like you look at it, like that Iron Man Hall of Armor that came out this year was like what, 387 pieces, and the pieces are smaller than they've ever been before, and it was $55.
Yep.
And that Across the Spider-Verse set was $50.
Mm-hmm.
Like you just can't do it anymore. Like it's getting kind of ridiculous, and then you like occasionally get a set that is like priced as it should have been. Like the Indiana Jones sets, when those were out, were great examples of this. Like $35 for that plane and $40 for those tomb. Like when those sets got like leaked, I was expecting that tomb to be at least $60.
Yeah,
and that
there was a rumor that it was
plane
going
to be at least 45.
Yeah,
I mean, it would honestly, like I would kind of feel fine with that value. Even like I feel like 40 was a really good deal on that, and then it kept going on sale even more.
40 to me felt like I was a kid again, and I was like, I understood. Like there was no question of the value with those sets. Us glazing Indiana Jones, wow, shocker.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, the plane and I tried telling everyone, I was like, these sets are unreasonably like well priced. Like this is what I wish all of Lego looked like, and at least that's what Lego felt like it was priced as a kid. I'm not going to say it was, but that's just what it felt like. And the canceled Temple of Doom was only supposed to be 80, and as someone who built that set, I think that set's a great deal for 80. You got 6 exclusive minifigures, and even the Temple of the Golden Idol. I think, what was that? Maybe 150.
I think it was 150 or 160. It was in that range.
It's a good deal, and I wonder why those sets were so cheaply priced. I wonder if it's because they didn't think they would sell well. I've always been curious.
And it didn't, like, because I found those on steep clearance. I got a lot of those for 50% off for both of them.
Yeah.
Which is still crazy. I wish I would have got more, honestly, looking back on it, of the fighter plane. But I think it is kind of localized to, like, their big brands, which almost doesn't make sense to me. Because the Dune Ornithopter, like, I've seen that in person, and those minifigs are perfect. Like, there's nothing wrong with them at all. And that's like a very well delivered set, and 160 honestly does not feel bad for that at all. Mm-hmm. The Up House I think was $60 when it came out. It's now like $38 at Target, like nationwide. That's $38 is fantastic value for that set. Like I think I bought mine for 50 and I felt great about it.
I think 60 is steep, but 50 I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Would be okay. I don't know if we bring this one up, but at least in conversation, me and you bring up Minecraft a lot as a really, really fairly priced theme that has cheap options for kids. And I attribute that to probably the fact that it's very much meant for children, and they know that. But it's a Star Wars, Marvel, DC problem mainly that I notice. I don't feel like City is god awful.
Well, DC has a whole separate problem where they don't do anything that's not just straight up Batman. Like,
Yeah.
there's so many cooler things they could do, but it's just straight up Batman.
And
Well, and like the Arkham Asylum, what is that? 320, 330,
yeah.
and it's the size of a modular, which are now 220, 230 in that range, I think. And so that means they're throwing a 33% upcharge on that for 320 or 325 or whatever it is in that range, like, and claiming that that's licensing. Like, there's no way. Like, that set should be 280. If that set was like 280 around there, that would be like, I feel like a fair price for that. But like, if you just want to collect licensings, it's just not gonna happen where you're getting stuff for good deals day one. And I mean, like, we are seeing sets get discounted so early on, I feel like, compared to in the past. Or maybe it's not, maybe I'm wrong on this, but like the U-Wing's already down to $60 and that's like one of the better selling sets. I bet you we'll see the Plo Koon microfighter on deep clearance eventually, maybe similar to the Captain Rex Y-Wing even. But I truly do think that there has been a pretty good response in not buying this August wave, because whenever I go into like a Walmart or a Target now, like on August release days, it used to be like 2 weeks after, you like still wouldn't really see the sets because they got all bought up. I'm seeing every set everywhere I go. Like, it, especially like, can always find a slew of those battle packs. The 427th, is that Star Corps battle pack? Whatever it is.
Yeah, the yellow guys.
The yellow guys. So I really wonder if Lego's actually going to respond to this wave at all, and like how it was received.
It's just like, I know everyone's complained, but like, it's almost just like sad. The fact that like there's a $24 battle pack that is way better of a value than the stupid yellow battle pack. Like, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. The fact they're literally side by side at Target. I was at Target the other day. I was looking at the shelf. They're side by side. One's 24, one is 40. And like, again, you don't even
45.
You don't wait, is it 45?
It's 45.
Ah! That's crazy. It's just like, it's so sad, man. Just like, if anyone bought that battle pack for full price that isn't using it as like, a career thing, like any YouTuber, shame on you, literally. Like, you shouldn't have bought that. You were supporting a horrible thing. Like, it's just, I can't believe Lego legitimately said, yeah, $45 for this.
Well, do you see that Lego is getting review bombed for this wave?
Good, they deserve it.
On their site, like, the sets are getting like anywhere from like a 1.2 to like a 2.3 out of 5, and like some of like the worst sets of all time. Like the First Order ATST is higher than that even, and like the Justifier, which people pretty unanimously like agreed was overpriced, had like a 3.7, I think. So people are definitely like, I feel like there's I mean, when we went to the Lego store on August 1st, when me, you,
I'll
and
put
Ben
the
went.
picture.
Oh, yeah, you should definitely include this. There was a slew of turbo tanks available. There was one MTT available, so that shows like if the quality is there, people are still willing to pay, even if it is overpriced. Because the MTT is a generally good set. Like, that's actually a set I could see myself buying down the road if it gets down to like 120 maybe. And that's even a maybe.
Yeah, that's still overpriced for that set.
There was so many turbo tanks available. Like it genuinely, we should have asked the employees how many that they'd sold. I wonder if they would have truly told us, but I would have been curious.
Yeah, it's stupid. It's just stupid. I bought the Onyx Cinder not long ago, and that set's 140, and like even that felt a little steep. Like, after building it, I'm like, it's a good set.
Well, and you got it on discount too.
Sure, but like, I'm just saying, just for that 140 that they do charge, like, the set's, in my opinion, just not big enough to make me go, yeah, 140. 110, I'd be like, sure. But again, this all stems back. Inflation's not stopping. It never will. And Lego is kind of just patching this hole with, well, we'll shrink the sets down. But they're not even making them cost less. I don't understand what they're doing. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, have you seen?
I feel like they're.
Oh.
they're outpacing the inflation though. I'm pretty sure. Like I don't think it's like if you like convert prices to back what they were in like I mean 2008 to 2012 was always going to be what I think of when it comes to Lego pricing, and I think it's a combination of we need to readjust our expectations, and I feel like some people have done that and some haven't. I would definitely put myself in the haven't camp. But like I still feel like they're rising it more than they need to for inflation. And like Lego has crazy profit margins from what I've heard. Like it's not needed. Like they're doing like here's the thing, they keep like exponentially increasing these prices and then saying like, oh yeah, we're having a record year. And yes, from like a business standpoint, that is what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be maximizing profits. And if you're able to charge this much for a set and get away with it, you should be doing that as a business. So I think people just need to stop buying them at these ridiculous prices. Like that's what, honestly, it's more of a self-inflicted thing than I think a lot of people are admitting. Like a lot of the blame's getting put on Lego, but people are going out there and spending this much. But I think Lego may have pushed it too far with this last wave, and I think they're going to see that.
Well, it's also the fact that the quality has gone down. The quality is not as good as what it was, and you're charging more, and it's smaller. Then it's just like it's just overall just bad product. Like, have you seen how small this MTT is? I know it's a good set, but like, have you seen how tiny it is?
Not in person, but like I've seen comparisons.
Like, it's insane that that's 160. I can't imagine holding that thing and being like, I just spent $160 on that. Like, I don't know. And I know, oh,
the
well,
MTT,
you guys buy retired sets. Yeah, well, the retired sets are freaking cool, at least, and they're big. So,
well, also the thing is that the 2007 MTT, which everybody hypes up, it's almost twice the size of that one, right? Correct?
it's close to it, yeah.
So that was $100 in 2007, and adjusted for inflation, that's $156. It's like it's about the same price, but what you're getting is nowhere near the same amount. Like that's the problem.
And the thing is, 160 for the 2007 one, I get. That's a contrary to my recent videos. It's a cool set. But like, you know, if I were to hold the 2007 one, I go, listen, I think even 160 is pretty high. Lego's always been expensive, but I get it. 20 battle droids in total, and a big old set. Yeah, I get it. I can understand. $170-$80 for the 2008 gunship. Again, I get it. It's a sizable, good set. But that's not what you're getting now. You're spending $150 on a set that's teeny tiny. The figs really aren't that good, and it's just a lower quality product overall, in my opinion.
So you brought up the 2008 gunship. I also wanted to look at this one. So that was 120 in 2008.
Yeah, that's
that'd be 100. That'd be 180. So they actually did bring the price down by $20 when they made the Coruscant. Actually, no, the Coruscant gunship. That come out 2023 because that would be a more fair comparison. And so that's before it started to get really bad. Dang, that'd be 170. 2 years makes a $10 difference. That's crazy. So yeah, like the shrinking problem. Here's the thing: if they're charging the prices they are now, but kept them the same size as they used to be, fine, totally fine. Like if you're giving like the same amount as in the past, and I get the COVID messed up supply chain and everything, but I don't know.
I think I know we've mentioned this. We mentioned everything, for God's sakes. I'm gonna stop saying that. I think I would like to see more original themes return and see how those would be priced, because then you don't have the license fee. Like, I know it's never gonna happen, but something like, you know, Adventurers returning, I think it'd be really interesting to see how pricing on that would be. And also just like, I mean, I know this is going on a tangent, but I'd also just love to see a modern interpretation of that. And like, would they downscale everything, or would stuff stay the same size as it was back then? Of course we'll never know, because Lego doesn't like to do original themes, which is for a reason. We can complain about it, but at the end of the day, the licensed stuff sells better. Why would they make something that they know isn't gonna sell? But
I just really wonder where we're going to see Lego in like 10 years, because the whole adults welcome thing started COVID. That's like about when that really started. and I wonder where this is gonna take them like 10 years down the line. Like I do think eventually they kind of have to pull back because you can't just keep going this deep into thing because it's kind of like okay, I'll use a sports analogy which isn't gonna help you at all, but it's gonna clock for some people. But it's kind of like if you're like building an NFL team and then you just keep investing in all of your people who are like over 30 and never bringing in like new rookies or anything. Like you've got to keep it going and like churning through, or else you're going to fall off in 5 years. Like it may be working really well right now, but
I do get that. That actually that translates to wrestling terms as well. It's just like if you invest in like a 50-year-old dude, that guy ain't going to be doing the same thing in 5 years. This is something that I think it was me and Levi were talking about, or me and Ethan. I don't remember which one, but we were. It's a going theory that I feel like kids are less and less interested in toys as tablets and stuff like that has been on the rise. In fact, most toy companies are down from where they were. Besides the one we're talking about, that's the only one that I believe has improved sales. Could be talking out of my butt here, but I'm pretty confident all this is true. I feel like I've heard it.
No, yeah, from what I know, this is
but
accurate.
Lego, again, another temporary solution is going, well, the adults like Lego. Let's focus on that. That's cool. But Lego is almost kind of a trend right now. Not even almost. It is. It is a trend right now. It's been a trend since 2020, and that's why it's booming. But it will slow down. And I think it could hit hard because I think eventually these people in their 20s and 30s are going to kind of stop buying it. Maybe they won't. But if they do, then where's Lego's market now? They invested so much of their effort not on building new fans, but bringing back the old ones that have a lot more income for the expensive sets. I feel like they're going to kick themselves when a bunch of kids who didn't grow up with it no longer want to buy their products in 10 years as adults, right? It's not going to be like us because we grew up with it and it was popular. Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah, and I mean, Lego is definitely still, like, there's kids who are into it. Like, I don't want to have this be where we're just saying, oh, there's no kids into it. Like, we actually had an interaction in the Target aisle with a kid when Ben was looking for the V19 on the release day. And he was picking between the Jango Fett Slave 1 and the Ahsoka T6 shuttle. So, like, there's definitely still kids that are into it. I wish I could, like, just talk to, like, I mean, like, my cousins, like, they're below 14. I know that much. I'm sorry. I don't know the exact ages.
I have a little brother.
Oh, yeah.
So I can kind of speak
and, like,
to it.
They're still into it. But I think that's also because of, like, the values that my aunt and uncle instill in them. Like, they limit their screen time and stuff like that. So I think for the general population, I think kids are online a lot more, and we've talked about this before, that Lego's struggling, I feel like, to really dominate in those online spaces, and YouTube is actually where they're doing the best, and that's not even the content that they're making, that's other people's content. Like, they haven't had, I think, a stellar video game since Lego Batman 2. I feel like that's the last one that they've had.
At least the
and,
level of popularity.
Ninjago. Well, and, like, we haven't seen, and we probably will never see another show they make that's as popular as Ninjago. Like, people who don't even like Lego like Ninjago.
It's
so
just,
yeah, I'm just curious where it'll be in like 10 years.
It's just gonna be like, yeah, I should say there's definitely kids, and there's nothing that legitimately makes me happier than seeing a kid legitimately just love Lego. Like, it's a feeling that absolutely brings me like so much joy, and I've only seen it a few times just because I guess it kind of reminds you of, like, as a kid, of being like seeing that kid pick between the two sets. I was just like, oh my god, like, just absolutely stabbed me in the heart because I was like, oh my god, I remember that. We were all that kid at one point being like, oh, which set do I get? Oh my god. And the excitement of getting a set and getting new figures to add to, like, your collection and your battles and everything. It was monumental. It's a feeling I, like, just absolutely love. But nevertheless, the issue is I think there's a lot less kids that like it than when we were kids. I think Lego could benefit greatly from having another big thing. And what by that I mean like a Bionicle, a Lego Star Wars the video game, or a Ninjago. Like these things that are not necessarily Lego but sell you on Lego, right?
Mm-hmm.
So many kids liked Lego in the late 2000s because of the video games. 1,000%. I would attribute Lego Indiana Jones, the video game, to helping that theme be successful. And I think that goes with the original Batman, Indy, Star Wars, and maybe even
Yeah.
Pirates of the Caribbean. But at some point,
Yeah.
at some
That
point,
game's kind of sucks, but
at some point, the Lego games, I don't want to say fell off. They just lost popularity because I think they were I don't know honestly why they lost popularity, but I think they did. But you also had stuff like Ninjago. Like Ninjago broke through to the mainstream, if you will, the mainstream kid, and sold some of those sets. And it's the same thing with Bionicle. Bionicle, I know that's a little bit more direct, but you get what I mean. And I think Lego needs another one of those big money makers, and they haven't found one in some years. And
is Ninjago the last mainstream like big popular like pop culture icon that Lego's produced that stands on its own, like apart from the sets?
maybe the Lego movie, Lego Batman,
that's true.
Lego
Yeah.
Batman movie, probably.
That's probably the last thing, yeah. Which is 2017. We're coming up on almost 10 years of that. So
I can't think of I can't think of I can't think of anything else personally. I'm also not a child, but
True. Do you ever have that
What?
where you're like, dang, I feel like I'm 16, but then you see an actual 16-year-old and you're like, nah, that's a child. Does that ever happen to you?
Oh my god, yeah. Like you don't realize how young you were. Like, okay, here's a great one. When you enter high school, seniors seem like the freaking like whoa, they're old. They're old. Oh my god, they're 17 and 18. That's crazy. And 5 years removed from high school, I see a high school senior and I'm like, oh my god, that's a child. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
crazy. It is wild how young high schoolers are. Like even seniors in high school are. Something that doesn't hit you until it does, and you're just like, whoa, it's freaky.
Yeah, this is the first year I've really felt like old, but
Yeah.
I also like still feel kind of young.
Yeah.
But also like this is entirely off topic, but I feel like middle schoolers like try to act like high schoolers now, and high schoolers try to act like college kids. And like I remember when I was in middle school and like there was kind of some of that, but I like see it way more now. Like this like 11-year-old kid walked in wearing a chain
Oh yeah,
like
that makes sense though.
to Einstein. I'm like, why are you doing? And he had like camouflage pants that he definitely got from like ARC, and I'm like, dude, you were trying too hard. Just be a kid, have fun. Like,
I thought I've talked to you about this. It's a very real thing. I talked to I talked to your mom about it actually. That sounded funny. I talked to your mother about this at the dinner we all went out to. It's 1,000% a subject of the internet, and the fact that Instagram and YouTube and all these places are now designed for engagement versus back in 2012 they were still kind of like, I mean, YouTube was definitely a thing, but it wasn't really like
it wasn't telling you like
it-
who you should be.
it hadn't been
Like,
taken
I
advantage
feel like that's
of
the
yet.
difference.
It hadn't been taken
Yeah.
advantage of. It was more still just the internet YouTube versus now YouTube is just cable TV. And because this is all just my theories, but I think because of TikTok and Instagram, kids want to grow up faster because they're exposed to that type of stuff. At 13 years old, I still played with freaking action figures and loved Lego sets. Like I didn't care about getting older, really. Like I mean, every kid in every generation has tried to act older, but it's so much more severe now. Like severe to a part, like I think it's a full-on problem. And I think it's really unhealthy. It's really bad. It's one of the reasons I wouldn't want my kids to be exposed to any form of social media. And I hate to be that guy, but like, I don't even think YouTube's necessarily great to expose your kid to that much anymore. Because, again, when I was a kid, it was just such a different place. It was
Hmm.
just freaking Lego stop motions and Lego reviews and stuff. But that's just my two
Well, and I
cents.
think because of all this, I think it's kind of crucial that Lego actually did the marketing strategy that they did, or they're like, "Hey, Lego isn't like a kid thing," because I do think that would have burned them, um, with some of that market. Although I don't, when I go into like a Lego store, like a Lego aisle, I feel like the demographic I never see is like middle schoolers. Like I'll see high schoolers, I'll see like late elementary, early elementary, young kids, old men. Like I'll, but the demographic I feel like I never see is middle schoolers.
I think that's because middle school, like when I was coming up, like high school was the thing that was built as like, oh my god, you're gonna get bullied, you gotta act cool and all this, and it wasn't further from the truth. Middle school was way more the judgment zone, and
I'd agree.
high school was, everything's pretty chill. Like, don't be too freaky, but like for the most part, like who cares? Just keep to yourself, enjoy life, and uh middle school sucked. I think middle school sucks for everyone. Like middle school is like everyone's just a complete a-hole. Like everyone's terrible.
Yeah, my least favorite year of my life was probably seventh grade, which I feel like is very common
Dude, it's just
for people.
it's just, middle school's awful in my opinion. Like it's just like everyone's just a jerk. Like everyone's judgmenty and like I think it's gotten worse if I had to imagine. But like high
Oh,
school's
it definitely
chill. Like
has.
high school really people really don't care all that much. Like I know you weren't like this, but I didn't make it a secret that I liked like owning Lego sets. I didn't make it my whole personality either, but like I didn't care. I didn't care if people knew. But in
Yeah,
middle
everybody
school,
in my high school knew. And like freshman year, I went to a public high school, and there was people who'd like blast my YouTube videos in class. I was like, all right, you kind of look like an idiot more than I do right now.
I never had that problem.
But
I just thought of something. Oh my god.
what?
I will say I never really made it public that I did Lego YouTube in high school. I did in like late elementary school / middle school, and I found out my mistakes quickly. Not even because like people would like bully me over it, but people would just be like, "You made money on YouTube," and I'd be like, "Yeah, I have," and then they just asked me questions, and it got really really annoying, and I was like, I don't want people knowing like I have a YouTube channel. So when I started the Jedi Bob stuff in high school, I didn't tell anyone, and like it's so stupid. I'd have to like hide my phone like when I was on YouTube checking stuff out. I'd be
Oh
like,
my
oh,
gosh.
like freaking Peter Parker over here. And then when I did David's streams, I was like kind of worried because like not that they were super popular, but they were popular enough, and I was like, bro, somebody's gonna be like, I recognize your voice, and I'd be like, no, no,
That'd be
no, no,
really funny.
wait. Sorry, it's a
Yeah,
tangent.
everybody always hated on me for it, but then the second I say that I got paid for it, it stopped. Like the second that like, because my friends like, we started. Okay, here's my middle school friend group. We all would do like YouTube channels. It was like Minecraft stuff, random videos you make in your middle school. And back then, dude, getting like 25 subs was a big deal. Like it was a big deal. I remember like I think one of my friends he had like 60 and he was like popular is like what we considered him for like YouTube, which is hilarious looking back on it. And like if you got 100 views on a video, that was like amazing, and that's like nothing now. I feel like, but then we kind of transitioned into like doing different stuff on our YouTube channels, and I then did the Lego one, and they like would make fun of me for it like a little bit, but like once they found out that I got paid for it, like it was more of a like, oh, that's cool, you actually got paid for it. So like the fact that you had that aspect of it as well, I think
Hmm.
might have saved it a little. I'm curious, like if like a middle school, well, dude, if you go on Whatnot streams, some of those kids are definitely like 13. Like there's no way they're not older than that, or older or younger than that. So there's definitely still people who do it. I wonder if they still get bullied in middle school for it though. I don't feel like high school you would anymore. Um,
No.
but I wonder about middle
I mean,
school.
me and you were in high school. I mean, stuff changes quickly, but I mean, I was in high school less than like 4 years ago. So, I mean, I never really got bullied for it. Now, I didn't make it super public that I had a Lego YouTube channel, but I don't know. Lego is also Like if we were to talk to David about it, I know David did suffer like a lot of bullying about it, but he was in high
Well, that
school
was in like 2012
exactly
or
and
something.
it's interesting. Like Lego has changed, and this is where that adults welcome type of crap like actually benefits people, because now you collect Lego, A, nerd culture is way more popular, but then B, it's like you collect Lego, yeah, probably multiple people have bought Lego sets. Like it's just not unpopular now for adults to like that. Now, different levels, of course. Most adults don't buy crazy like anyone listening to this podcast does, but it's interesting. I don't know.
I feel like your attitude about it also influences how people treat you about it, and I feel like that just goes for a lot of things in life. But like, if you just like if somebody like, what I would always do is if somebody made fun of me for it or anything, like I wouldn't, because honestly, it truly also didn't bother me. I just wasn't bothered by it for some reason. Like, I guess like in 6th grade, I care if girls knew. I never cared if like guys knew. But eventually I just hit the point where I was like, I don't care if people know, and then like they'd like make fun of me, and I would just like act like I didn't care because I didn't. But like if I just treated it like it was a normal thing to me and not something to be embarrassed about, I found that people actually started treating it a little differently almost.
I was way more
Like we're just talking about like this.
This is like I was way more embarrassed about playing freaking Minecraft. Dude, people don't understand
really.
this. People
that's been normalized.
No.
Always. That's never been taboo.
People don't. No, it was. You fool.
When? When?
Dude, people don't remember this. At least, so I graduated in 2021 for the listeners. Minecraft super popular. 2010, 11, 12, 13, sort of in 14 it was still popular. 2015 to 2019, Minecraft was so unpopular. It was so lame because all the kids that grew up with it, were like, meh. Then in 2019, I so vividly remember the game turnaround. Like, dude, people used to make so many videos of like when Minecraft died, Minecraft's not popular, Minecraft's gone. And 2019, when YouTubers like PewDiePie, I think Call Me Carson, and like all those people, and Dream and stuff, they just repopulated that game's popularity. I think you had a bunch of kids that were now in high school that were more like, oh, hating it isn't cool anymore. And it got popular, and now it's mainstream again. But, dude, for a while, Minecraft was so unpopular. I would never tell anyone I played it.
That's crazy, because it was very normalized at my high school. Like, nobody batted an eye if you played Minecraft. Like, and I mean, this is when Fortnite was popular.
High school, I agree.
Actually,
I meant middle school.
Fortnite became taboo way more than Minecraft ever did. Like, Fortnite post 2019, I feel like was kind of cringe to play. Is like the way people viewed it, and I think people are just neutral on it now.
I never had that experience. I never played it, but yeah, Minecraft.
You never played Fortnite?
Mm-mm.
How are you a male between 15 and 25 during that time and didn't play Fortnite? That's actually nuts. Have you you still have to this day have not played it?
Okay, well hold on. I've played maybe a round or two. But I never legitimately ever played it. I played it maybe
You probably
twice.
sucked, and that's why you gave it up. That's probably why. You were really bad. I could see that.
All right,
Where's Indiana Jones?
You got bullied in high school, you nerd. Look, guys, Aiden likes
Don't
Lego.
act like you
I'm gonna
did.
go tell everyone.
Don't act like you did. Oh, come on. Don't act like you did.
Did
Mr.
what?
Chatterblocks.
That I didn't like
Search
Lego,
of your
or that I
name.
got bullied for liking Lego? I just knew to keep...
Well, you didn't tell anybody.
Yeah,
so
I knew to keep this
whatever. Yeah, you were too scared. I was a man.
I guess I've been scared, but also I'm much more quick to anger than you. I probably would have just started hitting someone.
Dude, when you said I'm just a chill guy, when you and Ben were hanging out, I was like, there's no way this man genuinely thinks this. There's no way.
Once I was talking about this reality TV show with my friend in math class, and this kid who I don't even dislike, but he would just give me so much crap about it. And he came over and was like, "You're still talking about that stupid show?" And I just turned to him and very calmly said, "Can you shut the blank up?" And he just looked at me and was like, "You did not just say that. you did, no way. I know you just didn't say that. And I said, yeah, well, stop talking to me about it. Just mind your business. And he left the class. He just left. He's like, no way, I'm gonna hit you. And I said, all right, come over and hit me. And the teacher was like, all right, calm down, calm down. I was like, I knew if I fought this kid, I was like, I probably won't win, but I don't care. Like, you can go.
You made him rage quit math class.
Yeah, me and him were chill afterwards. Totally cool afterwards. Nothing wrong with it.
I mean, that's just how dudes are. Like, I don't know. If
so
you're
funny.
a dude and you like still have a grudge after like 30 minutes, I'm like, okay,
Are you really a man?
for real though. Anyways, the $1,000 Death Star leaked,
Yeah.
and I'm entirely neutral on it. I mean, I was never gonna buy it, so there's that to consider.
It's a set. It's
Okay.
I attribute it very much to the UCS sail barge. It's like, oh, all right. I mean, that's not horrible, but I probably won't buy it, nor do I really care. And it's just kind of like it exists for the people that I guess want it.
Entirely ignoring the price, how do you feel about the concept?
Of $1,000 or the actual set?
The actual set. Like the way that they did it.
Concept is fine, execution poor. But I also am viewing it.
What about the execution? Don't you like?
So I just have. I'm thinking of it in the sense of like, and I know this is kind of where it gets murky because it's like, well, is this a kid's toy really at this point? Not really, but I'm still coming at it that way. And in my eyes, it doesn't make sense. Like, a bunch of stuff kind of bugs me. Like, the trash compactor is just exposed in front of Obi-Wan and Vader's fighting area. The area that Leia and Luke swing over is directly over the head of Obi-Wan Kenobi's tractor beam. Also, the room they're swinging from is the conference room. Like, it's a bunch of stupid stuff like that. Like, I was like, if I was a kid, I would have hated this. Because it just doesn't... Not everything needs to be perfect, but, like, they're not even swinging over a legit chasm. They're swinging 5 studs above a tractor beam. And it's stuff like that that annoys the absolute crap out of me. So that's the stuff I don't like. However, if you're a lame adult that wants this just as a display item, sure, I guess it's fine.
What a stupid set of complaints. My goodness.
Really?
And I thought the people with the dual-molded legs were the... Yeah.
It's just like, can you imagine?
They swing from the conference room. They don't swing from the hallway.
Yeah, because
Dude,
it's
how are
stupid.
they
How
gonna
are
fit
you...
that?
Because,
How
okay,
are they gonna
then
fit
I guess
that?
the concept is
You'd have
bad.
to build a huge set.
Yeah, well, they it's $1,000. They should have.
I'm just a chill guy.
It's $1,000. Of course, that's my issue. It's $1,000. Like,
Yeah. I do think this set at even a larger scale would have been really cool to see. But I don't hate the concept of, like, a Death Star you can actually put on a shelf and you can see all of it at once or almost all of it. Because, like, the other one, you can only see, like, half of it on the shelf, which that's definitely geared a lot more towards play. I think the timing of it's really stupid in a lot of ways. Like, I don't know why you released this, like, months after the Death Star final duel diorama got retired, because it's basically just that. Like, why would you ever have that? Like, it's basically the same build, just a little downscaled, and the trash compactor, same thing. So I think that's kind of stupid. I don't care about the cat and them swinging 5 bricks above it. That's just not a problem I have at all.
Dumb. It looks so stupid.
The one that I can get behind you on, though, is the fact that they're fighting in front of the trash compactor. Although if you take a picture at a different angle, it looks a little better. I actually like the Imperial Shuttle in it a decent amount. I think that's
cool.
a good build for what they were going for, and the stars in the background.
Yeah.
Should have covered more figs for the price, yeah. But the actual concept, I think they actually executed it pretty well. And if that elevator is working, then my complaints about that those elevator hallways are completely null and void. Then that's totally fine. Don't care that you can't see the beach trooper, because it's like, why is that deep and important? But yeah, $1,000 is absolutely ridiculous for this. Like, I look at this and this is $500. Like,
That's $600.
It's nowhere. And if you're, this is one of the most valid takes on this that I've heard is like, if this is your first $1,000 set, this isn't a time to be like try out something new.
Yep.
Or like you look at this next to the Falcon, there's no way this is worth $150 more than the Falcon. Not even
I
close.
100% agree with that. I got to see the Falcon in real life for the first time, and I was like, oh, this is a really cool set. And seeing this, and I go, no, not in a million years.
Yeah.
It's also like, why, in my opinion, like, why are you spending $1,000, or why are you using your first $1,000 set on more or less a play set? I understand it's diorama and all that, but like, I would have just imagined spend that 1,000 on giving a display model Death Star. Like, I don't get it. No, like, obviously no kid is ever gonna buy this. And the idea behind the original 2008 Death Star is that legitimately way more is a playset, which is why I like it more. And I'm open to saying that. That's just why I prefer that model. It's meant for play. But I just think they should have went with a display based option, not just a. You get what I'm saying here.
Yeah. I think that's about like I actually don't really have many more opinions than that. So speaking of seeing the UCS Falcon in person, that was when you were out here in Colorado. So do you want to like touch on anything else from that trip that we haven't before we send this thing out?
Oh yeah, it was just a great time. It was a great time. We went to almost every Bricks and Minifigs in Colorado, which was fun.
Holy cow. I drove so much. Like my goodness, that was a lot of driving, but it was fun. Definitely think I'd say one of them was really good. Two and one was good. Two were fine, two were abhorrent.
Yeah.
There was I still need to I don't leave Yelp bad reviews ever. I still need to leave one for that one store because my goodness, that was bad. They basically tried to sell me a cracked figure, but they like didn't tell me it was cracked, didn't mark it anywhere. And then when I pointed out that it was correct, they got super defensive, like, yeah, it's heavily discounted. And I looked it up, and they're selling it for the Bricklink average price, and I'm like, no, it's not.
But there was a
like
cute
really
girl.
Passive aggressive.
There was a cute girl that worked at that store. So
all right, you need to chill, homie. She was not nice either. Holy cow.
She was nice to me.
But, well, yeah, probably because you had like goo eyes for her. So she was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
You seem like the type of person she'd date too.
So you're saying there's a chance? You're saying there's a chance?
Dude, you fell in love with so many women on that trip. Holy cow. The girl in Target, girl in Bricks and Minifigs. Yikes.
But yeah, the issue was like Bricks. I don't have much experience with Bricks and Minifigs, and the few that I do, the prices are really bad. But there was the first couple, like the first 3 that we visited in that one day, all those were like pretty good. The Technic one in wherever Colorado, I don't really remember.
Centennial.
That one had pretty meh prices.
Oh wait, no.
But
that was Lakewood.
Dude, the one in Castle Rock, that was a goated Bricks and Minifigs.
Well, and it's such a pretty place too.
Where Are My Studs gladly endorses Castle Rock Bricks and Minifigs. Don't we? We do, right?
You get a splendid view of the parking, or not of the parking lot. You get a splendid view from the parking lot as well, because it's like pretty mountainous around there, so it's cool. That's the part I vibe with the most. What?
And we were there at sunset. It was so pretty, and the store is just a really lovely store. Really lovely people working at the store. Also really nice selection.
And you bought a set.
Yeah,
you bought a set from there.
I guess I should talk about that. Yeah. There was this Agents set. It was the jet fighter gold truck heist thing, and it was complete. It was like $40, had instructions, and I was like, this is pretty cool. I was like, sure, and I ended up buying it, and maybe part of that is the Bricks and Minifigs girl was also cute there as well.
Oh my goodness, what women aren't attractive to you in this world?
This is such a terrible episode. This is such a bad episode.
Freud would have a field day with you. Anyway,
Who?
Freud.
Um,
Do you know who that is?
no,
Or no.
no.
Okay, we're not diving into that. All right, just keep going.
But it was I bought that set and I liked it. And that night I put it together, cleaned it. It was great. And but I wasn't the one that really enjoyed it because every time I turned my shoulder, Aiden's picking it up and just having a field day with it. Just absolutely playing with it all day long. And
It was awesome.
and
So
I mean,
awesome.
it's a great set, but I was at some point. He shows me. He's like, "Hey, listen, there's a Seal 2006 X-wing. It's like listed for like $110." And we were able to talk the guy down to I think 100. And I was like, "Oh, I want that." I'd seen yours at your shelf. Oh, I want to talk about your Lego room as well. But I'd seen yours
Okay.
on your shelf, and it was great. And I just complete saga. And I was like, "Listen, I don't have the money, but I'll sell you the agent set for $35. I'll knock off $5, and that'll give me enough of a buffer to buy the X-wing." So I did. So now you own the agent set, and I was able to
Correct.
get the X-wing.
I still need to rebuild it because I took it apart so I could get the building experience. But the reason I really like it is it has two of those huge missiles that they really put in a ton of sets from 2008 or 7 up until like 2012 on the jet, and then the little truck has like a target on the back where if you actually hit it with that, it explodes, and like the payload that the bad guy stole like actually like falls off the car. So like it's some of the best play I've seen in a Lego set, and I think it's super cool. And that's one that I'll probably keep and like for my kids to have one day because I think it's just so much fun and so cool. So
Yeah.
I
Also,
Aiden endorses that set.
and Castle Rock bricks and minifigs, of course.
Oh yeah, of course.
But also Aiden's Lego room, which I had never seen. He purposefully tried to keep it pretty secretive for when I got out there for the first time. He has 10 out of 10 display. Super cool. I don't know if you'll post any pictures on the Instagram, but absolutely legendary Lego
I could take a
room.
video.
Super cool. It changed my display. I came home, sold a few sets, and changed it up. Also want to touch on this place called Boulder, Colorado. Really cool spot. This isn't Lego related, but we like went inside of like
I think people have heard of Boulder, Brendan.
I hadn't. I've been
Really?
yeah, probably because I've been
That's actually insane.
because I've been living
Wow.
under a boulder.
That was awful. Oh my gosh, that was so. that was one of your worst jokes ever. Oh my gosh,
But
that was horrendous.
but it was really cool. We like ate out at this really cool restaurant, the awesome bookstore. The we met a schizophrenic.
That was funny.
We
Brendan almost got a tattoo on a whim.
dude, so like we're down in this alleyway, like this underground alley, which was really cool, and there's this tattoo parlor, and Aiden's like, "Bruno, get a tattoo," and I was like, "If you pay for it, I will right now. I'll get the Just Imagine tattoo." In real life, I was like, "Man, I hope he doesn't take me up on that offer because I didn't think this through," and he didn't. He's like, "No, I'm not paying for it." And then we went into
Dude, I ain't spending no $80 for a tattoo. It's not even for me.
And then we went to this bookstore across from there, and it was this. It's like literally a Diagon Alley shop is the best way to describe it. Like it's this absolutely you have to squeeze on by, all these things, and there was this dude working here, who's just he's going, F-bomb, 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 ah. Oh, I don't want y'all to be thinking I'm yelling at you. I hurt my back. We're like, yeah, all right, man. And
He's taking random phone calls in the middle of the store.
yeah, he takes this phone
it was-
call, and he's just like, hey, yeah, I saw your wife the other day. She didn't say hi. Oh, no, it's all right. It's all
she was
right."
in the news.
Yeah.
She was in the news. I saw her in the news.
And he's like painting on this like canvas, and just like very harshly like paint. And dude, I just wanted to leave. I was like, bro, I'm gonna get killed. Who is
Well,
this
no.
guy?
Well, the way that we met him too is the funniest part because we like walked down into the alley and the store hour set was open, so we go to pull the door like, oh, it's not open. And this guy comes down the stairs. He's like, wait, we're open. He's holding this like tray of like 5 different types of alcohol and caffeine, and then And then he's like, but stop talking to me because I'm going to trip and fall downstairs if you guys are talking to me.
Yeah, it was like this, like,
oh, okay.
wait, hey, we're open, Oh, stop talking to me though. I was like, who is this man? What is wrong with you people in Colorado?
The joys of Boulder, Colorado, man.
A great trip. We could post some pictures from there, and it was great to have Benjamin there as well.
It was just so funny watching you guys be tourists, like in my hometown, because like we went on this like hike, and they saw like deer on the hike, and Ben could not. There's no deer that we saw that Ben does not have a picture of, because that man stopped every time there was a deer to take a picture, and it's like so normal to me. It just like stuff like that just cracks me up. It's weird. I like see Colorado a little differently after like you guys left. Like I'll be like, oh, those mountains look really pretty, and I've lived here 20 years. I don't really notice the mountains that much anymore, but I'll be like, oh, maybe that is really pretty. So I actually got something out of the trip as well.
Yeah.
Oh, we went to In-N-Out twice. My goodness. I forgot about that.
Didn't feel too good afterwards, but it was fun.
No.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop eating fast food, man. I'm hitting that point.
I already basically don't eat it. I eat Chick-fil-A and that's it. I only
Chick-fil-A. I usually don't feel like trash after eating, or like Chipotle.
Oh yeah, Chipotle. I barely even consider that, but Chipotle and Chick-fil-A are literally the only two I eat.
Jimmy John's, depending on what you get, and then we'll actually get it for free.
Like
so
again, a
that's why I
sub
eat it,
place is a little different. That's not grease. That's not a greasy.
Oh, you had never had Jimmy John's until you came out here, right?
Never been in one.
What did you think of Jimmy John's?
It's all right.
Yeah, I mean, all right.
But
this is going off.
It was a great trip. It was fantastic, and as much as I did miss Brick
Say that
Fair,
again.
I have no regrets that I didn't go to Brick Fair. And hopefully
Same.
we'll go next year to Brick Fair.
Yep.
That is. But yeah, thank you for anyone that listened. I feel like not a lot of people probably did. This is a weird episode, and we talked about a lot of weird stuff. But thank you for listening nonetheless. Goodbye.
Goodbye.